I noticed lately is that a lot of men rather stay single because they're tired of giving their everything and ending up with nothing.
I'm gonna say it, and you're not gonna like what I have to say. You're not gonna like it, man. You're not gonna like it. Where are the real men at? I'm sick.
The narrator suggests that some dating events are seeing fewer male attendees than they did in the past, and that women are increasingly noticing the imbalance. If that trend continues, it could make it more difficult for organizers to create the kind of balanced environment that dating events are designed to provide. Of course, attendance can vary widely depending on the event, location, age group, and type of dating activity, so one event does not necessarily represent the entire dating scene. The narrator then introduces a compilation of notable moments surrounding this trend and encourages viewers to stay tuned for the clips coming up.
No men in sight. None.
Wow.
None. I promise you. I will overlay a video. There were I could not see one man outside of the people servicing tables at this place. So eventually I get the courage to go sit down with a group of girls at a table, and I'm like, yo, what is that? Like, where are they? I know I'm late. Like, is there some sort of game going on where the men are in one room and the women are in another room? They were like, oh, girl, you just got here. You must not have heard. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, basically, about an hour ago, she came downstairs, took all the men, 10. Keep in mind, there's like 85 women and 10 men. She got the 10 men to choose the women that they wanted to come upstairs with them. So the 10 men out of 85 women chose 10 women to take upstairs. That's where they did the speed dating upstairs, while everybody else was downstairs looking at each other. Everybody was on their phones. Everybody was looking around like, what the hell is this? I have never been so uncomfortable in my entire life. The mismanagement, I don't even know where to start. This was a ticketed event. So the event owners knew, hey, we have 85 women RSVP'd and only 10 men. They knew that this was a problem going into the event. This was not a surprise.
The narrator finds the apparent difference between dating apps and in-person dating events particularly interesting. They point out that many dating platforms have historically had more male users than female users, while some in-person events may show a different attendance pattern. From the narrator's perspective, this could suggest that some men are becoming less interested in traditional dating events or are choosing alternative ways to meet potential partners. However, attendance at individual events can vary significantly depending on the location, age group, format, and audience, so it would be difficult to draw a broad conclusion from a few clips alone. The segment highlights the contrast and sets up the discussion around changing dating habits.
He just walked out on me within 30 seconds of seeing my face. He saw me. He said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He also, when he saw me, I was with Francesca, her boyfriend, and Nick. So, like, not the best look, like, situation-wise. What kind of stuck up on me. He was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He never... Yeah, no, he walked in, like...
It really confuses me when people are confused as to why someone did something. Y'all agreed to go on a date. That man shows up to the date. There's you, your female friend, and 2 male friends. Not only is it a group of people that he does not know, but it looks like y'all are already on a double date. And you're confused as to why he did not want to stay. I swear some of y'all are stupid. Next time you go on a date with a guy, maybe don't show up with a group of people that this man does not know. And if it is going to be a group thing, at least tell him ahead of time, so that way he's not surprised.
The narrator believes the situation was clearly intended to be a one-on-one date, so bringing several friends along without making that arrangement clear beforehand would understandably be frustrating. A first date is generally an opportunity for 2 people to spend time together, have a conversation, and learn more about each other. Adding unexpected guests can completely change the dynamic and potentially create an uncomfortable situation, especially if there is an assumption that one person will cover everyone's expenses. The narrator therefore understands why the man chose to leave rather than continue with a situation he had not agreed to. Ultimately, the segment highlights the importance of clear communication and reasonable expectations before meeting for a date.
A speed dating event that I am not excited about. This is actually my worst nightmare. But here we are, trying new things in 2025 in the name of IRL dating and deleting the apps. So here we go. Men act like the prize simply because We outnumber them. We outnumber them, like, truly. Like, in there was like 75 women and 10 men. 10. I have so much to tell you. I lasted 17 minutes in there. Worst and only dating event.
The narrator finds the apparent difference between in-person dating events and dating apps particularly interesting. If certain events are attracting more women while dating platforms often have a larger male presence, the contrast could give people a different perspective on the challenges each side may experience when trying to meet someone. From the narrator's point of view, attending these events may help participants better understand how competition, limited options, and uneven attendance can affect the dating experience. However, these patterns can vary significantly depending on the platform, location, age group, and type of event, so they should not automatically be treated as representative of everyone's experience.
Your ideal age range in a guy?
Probably like 20 to 22.
And what is your ideal race in a guy?
I guess white. I don't really have a preference.
And what is the minimum height that a guy can be?
I would say 5'9".
5'9"?
Yeah, I'd say 5'9" or higher. I mean, I prefer taller, but gotta give them.
Well, it's your preference.
Short kings are shot. Like, they have,
But
they
you
make up for it. They always do.
Have you ever given someone under 5'9" a chance?
No, I have not.
And what's the minimum income that your ideal guy should make?
That's hard. Maybe like post-graduation, after a couple years, like 80 grand.
What should he do to make that? Anything?
Gotta love the engineers. Gotta love the STEM boys.
Based off of those answers, the probability that you are going to find true love is 2.3%.
That's sad. I mean, it's true out here, though.
The narrator reacts to the numbers by arguing that expectations around an ideal partner may not always reflect what is realistically common. They suggest that people can sometimes mistake certain benchmarks for standards that most potential partners naturally meet, when the actual distribution may look very different. From their perspective, this can make the dating process more challenging for someone searching for a highly specific combination of qualities. At the same time, individual preferences are subjective, and statistics about height, income, appearance, or other characteristics do not determine someone's value or guarantee relationship compatibility. The broader message is that realistic expectations and an understanding of actual demographics can help people approach dating with a clearer perspective.
All themselves all the time. They do it in my comments. They've done it in real life.
Ooh, how so?
Admit that the only reason that they are asking women out on coffee dates are to check the vibe, to see if she's worth a $200 dinner, to see if there's chemistry.
A $200 dinner. Seriously, is that what's expected now? I mean, I can see why a lot of guys would want to remain single if that's the prospect and the apparent cost of dating nowadays. Or are some individuals just being silly on purpose and actually expecting someone to spend that amount without actually getting to know them? Of course, coffee dates are there to check and see if there's chemistry, if there's a vibe, because otherwise it would just be a complete waste of everyone's time, not to mention their money.
Just immature.
Well, that's not what I'm seeing that's immature here.
I personally, I'm not going out with men who have that type of mindset where I need to prove a dinner date. Like, you can't just invest in a dinner date to get to know me. You can't just put in that upfront investment to get to know a woman.
Investment, huh? That's a nice way of almost equating women to property. Again, what a great step forward we're making here. But I would say that the individuals, whether it be a man or a woman, that aren't worth getting to know are the ones that insist that the other person has to spend.
The narrator argues that early dates do not need to involve expensive restaurants or elaborate plans. Simple options such as grabbing coffee, getting ice cream, or taking a walk in the park can provide a relaxed opportunity for two people to talk and see whether they actually connect. From their perspective, keeping the first meeting inexpensive can also make sense when people have only interacted online, since profiles and online conversations may not always provide a complete picture of someone's personality or compatibility. The broader message is that a first date should focus more on getting to know each other than on spending a large amount of money before establishing whether there is genuine mutual.
Most events I've literally ever heard of. I'm getting in the car and I'm going to go pick up my friend and then we'll tell you about it. So unfortunately my audio got butchered, but this is my friend Naomi and we're going to a singles event where you make a PowerPoint about your friend and then you present it to a bar full of singles. So we are each presenting each other.
Okay, we're off to a horrible start. 0 out of 10. We were looking for parking and we saw these two really cute guys and they were communicating with us about a parking spot. And they were like, no, these people aren't leaving. And so we pulled up to them, we rolled down our window and we were like,
Are you single?
and one of them said, no, we're not. And the other one said, yes, we are.
The narrator points out that the two men appear to have provided conflicting information during the conversation. Their statements do not seem to fully align, which creates some uncertainty about what actually happened or what the accurate details are. Rather than immediately assuming that one person is being dishonest, the situation would benefit from additional context and clarification. The conflicting accounts highlight how easily misunderstandings can arise when different people describe the same situation from their own perspective.
For speed dating. I guess way more women than men signed up. So unless a lot of men sign up before the event, we don't get to go. But I guess I'm glad that they do that, because if I showed up and there weren't very many men there, I think I would be very disappointed. Several of you actually told me that you got canceled on because not very many men signed up, and then one person said that they went and there just weren't very many men there. So I would prefer the way that I'm doing it. If there's not going to be very many men there, then I don't want to go. I also can see that it's probably not something that a lot of men think to sign up for. I mean, it took me a while to realize that it was a thing. I don't think they do a lot of advertising.
Trader suggests that many people may overlook singles events altogether, but believes dating fatigue could be one reason some men are becoming less proactive about meeting potential partners. After repeated experiences with dating apps, social pressure, or unsuccessful attempts to find a relationship, some individuals may simply decide to stop putting as much effort into the process. From this perspective, a man might still be open to meeting someone if the opportunity comes naturally, but may no longer feel motivated to actively attend events or constantly search for a partner. However, people's reasons for participating or not participating in dating can vary widely, and attendance patterns at specific events do not necessarily represent the entire dating population.
What do men want us to bring to the table?
We want femininity, we want submissiveness, and we want a lack of conflict. As a woman, if you're just chill and you don't quarrel and nag, you don't even have to be good looking. Just don't annoy us. That's it. That's all you gotta be.
So what is she doing though?
Huh?
So everything I listed basically is not enough for you, but what are you listing that she's actually doing? Just don't be annoying. So what is she doing then? Sitting there?
So,
like you're not giving any actual good characteristics that you're
lack
looking
of
for.
negative things,
of course,
is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
yeah,
you can go into the positive. Like
so
you can be pleasant.
Partner?
Yeah, you should be positive. You should be pleasant. But like a lot of men, we don't want to deal with nagging and quarreling. A lot of women, I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women don't bring peace to their man. And a lot of dudes, if you're dealing with a guy of a certain caliber, his life is difficult. He's already contending with the world. He doesn't want to go home where his peace should be and dealing with a quarreling, nagging woman. Just be his peace. That's it. Be his peace, be feminine, be submissive, and be attractive enough.
Trader says they were initially skeptical that a singles event could attract more women than men, but the clips have made the situation seem increasingly believable. From their perspective, the apparent imbalance suggests that a significant number of men may simply be choosing not to attend these events. However, attendance can vary depending on the event, location, timing, and the type of people it attracts, so a few examples do not necessarily represent the broader dating scene. Still, the contrast is interesting and raises questions about why some people are becoming less interested in traditional dating events.
To cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend. Y'all know I'm an event planner and I have a fish farm, and I advertised a fishing for love event where singles could come here and fish and have dinner and meet each other in person, not on a dating app. And 5 women RSVP'd yes, and 1 man. And even the 1 man that did RSVP did it through one of the ladies. I did all of my marketing specifically towards men because I knew that the women would RSVP. I promoted the event on 45 different Facebook groups, specifically about hunting, fishing, camping, country life, and all local to my area. I know that my post reached over 12,000 people specific to the age group, the gender, and the interests that I just described. And yet, no man RSVP'd. So the issue must be that they're just not interested in attending these singles meet and greets. I chose a fishing event because as an event planner, I know that I have to always have something for men to be doing. Men don't enjoy just standing around talking like women do. So that's why I chose fishing as the predominant activity. And yet they still didn't want to come.